And bonjour. This is Bruno here with my two colleagues. I'm calling in from Berlin, and Judith is actually with me in Berlin for ESMO, and Kalpana is coming in remotely. So welcome to our podcast where we're going to talk about LARVOL Clean, our main product that collects and organizes all of the data related to cancer trials and cancer products and integrate AI into that platform. And we're going to talk about how we can help you for ESMO to cover ESMO. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you,
Uh,
Bruno. Hi.
so
Thank you,
before we
Bruno. Hi,
start,
both.
I want to encourage our listeners to comment, to ask us questions, and we might be able to even give them a complimentary access to the Clean platform on the basis of their questions or their comments. So don't be shy. Ask us questions. We are live. So both Kalpana and Judith built this platform over a long period of time, different areas. So I'm going to give them the baton, and they're going to walk us through this great platform that they built. So let's start. I think with you, Kalpana.
Sure, Bruno. Thank you. Okay. Hope you have already listened to the episode one, so where we have given a brief intro of the conference. So this week we are continuing a little bit on it. So you can see here on the screen the ESMO page. Last week it was only the titles. Now we have the abstracts data. So with the abstracts released, there is a lot of buzz already started, even if the conference isn't started, but there is a lot of buzz started in X. So you can see all the tweets, and we are already capturing the tweets, and you can see the views based on the number of views for each presentation on X. So you can see the analytics. So the top trials are this list. So by default, we are showing only 20, but you can expand it to see the top 50 also. And at the top, as you see, Bruno, it is like Destiny Breast 11 is creating lot of buzz. Some are saying it is like practice changing to the extreme right, but there is lot of negative comments also. It might be because of many things. And if you want to explore why is it negative, you can go to the, like as Judith clicked on the analytic button, you can see the negative tweets over here, and you can analyze what are the tweets are about. Some are saying it might be SOC, but few people are opposing it, and all the tweets are from renowned oncologists. We don't mention our own opinion here. We are capturing or we are reflecting on the oncologist's opinion. So it's a great place to see.
So just to add a little bit of color on what you just said. So we have a panel of 6,000 verified oncologists on Twitter, on X, and each time they mention something about the trials or about the data release, that ESMO in this case, our AI, and we have some additional steps beyond AI, but extract that commentary and assign a sentiment to that commentary. And not just a sentiment, but it also tells us why it's negative, right? There are various reasons extracted from the tweets why there might be a negative comment. Of course, negative is always more interesting. So we manually check and verify the negative comments because they're so interesting, they're so important. I could even argue that the mixed comments usually are just polite negatives, right? But actually, people have something somewhat negative to say, but they want to stay polite. So this is why there's so little negative, but it's always very interesting. But the mixed comments also very interesting. And obviously, for someone to say it's practice changing or practice informing, to make a very positive comments is also very meaningful.
Yes.
And actually, just one more comment. So we call it oncobuzz, right? So we're measuring the buzz in oncology among these 6,000 oncologists, and we have two ways of measuring oncobuzz. There is a number of views of their post, and there's a number of posts. So this is why the size of the bar on this analytic, which is the number of posts, is not completely in order because the order is based on the total view of these posts. So there's a little bit of an explanation for the reason why these bars are not in exact order.
Yes. To add color to what we are showing here, Bruno, we are also showing the trial rating. The trial rating is the entire trial rating, not based on only the ESMO rating, of course. Since the data is not completely released and the conference didn't start, we are yet to rate the trials. So that is why most of them are showing this grayed out ones, but we'll be soon seeing the data once the conference starts.
And the rating is, of course, a trial can be negative. You don't need anybody's opinion to know it's negative. It did not meet its primary endpoint.
Endpoint.
So negative trial, it's very easy. Or it could be practice changing, it could be practice informing, or it could be practice uncertain. Uncertain will be the impact on the SOC. So we have really 4 ratings that we indicate. And of course, at times there is some interpretative elements on the side of our team to determine that rating, but we try to be objectives in establishing that rating. And of course, it's supported by, that's a nice way to show it here. It's supported by the donut graph indicating the mix of all of the commentaries among the oncologists. And obviously, you can navigate these to see if you agree or not with the fact that we call this particular trial, in this case, practice informing. Of course, new data could lead to upgrading a trial from practice informing to practice changing, or in some cases, downgrading it, right? If
Yes.
data that comes a bit later is underwhelming or raise more questions compared with early hope that it will be a practice changing trial.
Yes. Okay. Apart from the top trials, Bruno, we already have the other analytics also. The top influencers by expos. Right now, Dr. Amol Akade is at the top place, followed by Tony Chaudhary and the others. We have the top companies, influencer trials, and we recently introduced the top biomarkers and the top diagnostics also, which is a nice way to see. For the previous conferences, the recent conferences like the IMS or EHA, so there are very less top diagnostics, so we couldn't present that. But for ESMO, as you know, this is a blockbuster conference, I would say, similar to ASCO. So you can see the top diagnostics and the top genes. And we have our own top drugs by abstract, the top MOAs by abstracts also.
And you can compare years, right? You can compare with the previous
Yes.
years with many of these analytics. You can compare 3
Correct.
years. Maybe we should move
Yes.
to 4 years, so or 5 years to see trends.
Yes. Probably people who are listening, please comment if you wanted to see like the previous years, how far you wanted to compare the data. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good presentation. And apart from that, I would like to mention like there is one more tab called the abstracts. So where you can see the list of all the abstracts sorted by based on the expos, like how many expos are there, like based on the oncobus, I would say. And very soon we'll be adding the images which are publicly shown on X. So right now there are very less number of images available. So that is why you see only for 4 to 5 you see the images. But tomorrow is the conference starting date. So let's hope to see more data as such. And a little more addition, you can click on the planner icon to the extreme right top such that you can see the list of all the abstracts irrespective of whether they are tagged to trials or not. As you are already aware, in CLIN we show only the abstracts that are tagged to trials. But there is a planner link available where you can see all the abstracts that are presented in ESMO. So the number might vary and you can see like 4,928 disclosures, be it be the sessions or be it be the abstracts. You can see the entire data in this planner. Mhm.
And like even I can add something indeed there. Like now that we are looking also the planner, and Kalpana has shared with us also the abstract page. With the AI team, we have built this chatbot, which would also like help you navigate through all the data by like we have implemented a RAG-based chatbot. So you would be able to query like both which are the trials most commented on ESMO. See? And from there, we can then even explore and see what are these abstracts about, right? So we could see, as we were seeing before in the analytics, that the Destiny Breast 11 is the one that is causing most of the buzz. Then we have also the keynote, InVigor, and so on. And this chatbot would also help you explore. So if you would be more interested in which trials are discussing about breast cancer, let's say, you would be able to there navigate and also give some follow-up questions and be more focused or do some research on what's moving on, what's causing buzz in around ESMO. And indeed, yes, so you can see that these trials are gonna be having some data release and are raising some of the buzzes there.
Judith, if I'm interested in knowing the key results for Destiny Breast 11, can I get that data?
Sure. Of course. Let's try it out. Wait.
And as you do that, by the way, you notice that Ty, a mascot, is here on my shirt, but it's actually Ask Ty is the name of that feature. So you get a picture of our beloved mascot, Ty the tiger, answering questions.
And while it's answering, yes, again, like as Bruno was sharing, like we're already in Berlin. If you would be on site, we would love to connect and say hi. If you are interested in the platform, we would love to demo it, to share with you credentials, as Bruno has said at the beginning, and just give it a try. And yes, drop by and say hi. So in here, we can see that the key results that will be presented for Destiny Breast 11 will be involving the patients. Like in here, we have the patient description and the detailed efficacy in here. Right now, it's not yet explained, but most likely it will be coming soon in here as well.
Yeah.
I am gonna go. I'm gonna say the following for the audience, putting my marketing hat on. We're the only platform that can provide you every day of the conference a real-time view on what has Oncobuzz. And it's because of our way of monitoring KOLs on social media. We're doing it only for cancer, and in part because it requires not just technology, but actually a number of know-how that we built over the years. And so both every day of the conference, we can provide what before the conference, which we just did, every day of the conference, what has buzz that day, what is important that day, not because Bruno or Judith or Kalpana think so, but because the 6,000 oncologists or subset of them says so. And then at the end of the conference as well. That's really a unique aspects of our platform. We love to demo it. So we hope that you enjoyed that brief presentation. And also if you are at ESMO, if you know people at ESMO, we would love to meet with them and demonstrate in more details our platform. Thank you very much. Au revoir.
Thank you.